Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to make the design of this pocket. If that's what you would like to learn, make sure not to click off because I'm going to show you in detail how to make this. First of all, I go ahead to iron on interfacing to all the pieces. The type of interfacing I'm using is non-woven interfacing, the very light one. In Nigeria we call it soft paper gum. If you don't have that available, you can also use the woven interfacing, which is called hairstay in Nigeria. For the pieces you're using, make sure to cut something longer and wider than the pocket you want to work on. So first of all, I'm going to just fold the one side of this. This is going to be for the pocket. And then another pieces, we're going to cut this out and also add the interfacing on it. We're going to use this to make the design of the on the pocket, that V design on the pocket. So after ironing it, just go ahead and fold it. You fold it like so and iron it, and make sure to fold it again. And iron it. Make sure your folding is at least nothing more than ½ inch. So after folding it into two, you cut off the excess, and then you're going to make your V design like this. You go ahead and iron it so that it can stay in place. Then after doing this, you set it aside. Next, we are going to also work on the strap that is on the pocket. These two straps that is on the pocket. Just the same thing you did for the V design, that design in front. That's the same thing we are going to do. So you're going to fold this, iron it, and then you're going to also fold it again. Also make sure it is not more than ½ inch. In fact, it should even be less than ½ inch. Then you go ahead and cut off the excess. So actually you folded this into two. Now we are done with the pieces we need. So watch the pocket we are making. First of all, place the fabric how you want the design to be, then we'll continue from there. So the first one is going to be the one to carry the pocket, and you place the two sides like this. Then you're going to bring the design, this V design, in like this, and it's going to have the straps, these two straps there, remember. So it's going to be like this. So this is how it's going to be, and then this is going to be for the cover, the pocket cover. So let's start. So first of all, you align this like this. Make sure you get all the pieces in place how you want it to be. So go ahead and arrange it, making sure you're watching the design, what you're recreating, right? So you're going to place these straps like this, and this is going to be here, and also this other side. So we're not going to sew this directly. You're going to baste this down before you go to your machine to sew. So reduce your hemming gum into half so that it will not be sticking out from your fabric, and you're going to place it inside like you see in this video. Just place it here so that you can hold down the pocket in place. You do the same on the other side. Make sure as you do this, you always make sure everything aligns. So you can see in the picture we have, the length of the pocket is 6 inches and you have 1.5 inches difference. So you're going to take this up to make sure you have 1.5 inches space between the pockets, the end of the pocket. And then you see from here to here you have 1.5 inch. So you're going to push the strap up so that you have that. But you can be creative here. Do it anyhow you want yours to be. You have already understood the foundation. So this is how everything is going to look like. Arrange it properly like that, and also add hemming gum on the other side to baste it down, and then you're going to iron it down. This is just basting it down. You've not sewn it, right? You can see the hemming gum is the one holding it now at this point. Make sure everything aligns and you hold it in place with your hemming gum, or if you're not a Nigerian, it's also known as two-sided gum. So also place it on the other side of the pocket, but make sure nothing is shifting so that it will line up, it will still remain the design how you have placed it. So you go ahead and iron this down. So after getting it in place, you make sure everything aligns properly. Cut out any excess you might have. At this time, we don't have the measurement of the pocket. But first of all, we are going to go to the machine now to sew this. So make sure to cut off any excess you have so that your fabric is not thick. So you go to the machine now and you're going to go ahead and sew 1/4 inch here. Just sew it all the way down on the two side. Sew it down on the two side. And then for the pocket, you're going to place it wrong side on right side and sew it so that you can turn it in. So this is it after sewing it. You can see it, the sewing, the stitching there. Make sure it's not more than 1/4 inch. And for the pocket cover, this is how it has been sewn. So you're going to turn it over like this and iron it. For the pocket also, we are going to turn it in. You're going to put the excess inside, fold it in. So what we have for the pocket, if you look at the picture we are recreating, is at least 1 inch. So you're going to fold this in to 1 inch. If you want it shorter, if you want it more than that, it depends on you. So you go ahead and also iron this down. Now remember, this is a pocket cover, it needs to be sewn. So you also go to the machine now and also sew it down. So you're going to sew it down. I like to also hold it down with the hemming gum so that it's in place. I don't get to have it. You iron it and also stitch it. So this is it after stitching it. Everything is in place. Now we are going to now cut out the width and length of the pocket. The pocket size is 4.5 inches. So you're going to divide that by 2. Starting from the center like this, you measure the half there, which is 2.25, and then you iron it down. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Starting from the center, you measure 2.25. So you're going to have in total 4.5 inches. If you want it wider, use the same method. Just do half of the pocket this side and the other side will have half. All in all, it will come to the full size of the pocket. Then go ahead and cut off any excess. Remember, at this point, the pocket's length has not been cut. So next, the length of the pocket is 6 inches. So you're going to also fold this like so, measure it and fold it to be 6 inches. Or measure it to be the length of your desired pocket. So you go ahead and cut off any excess. So also hold it down with your hemming gum. You baste it down. It's always good so that you know what your final look is going to look like. If you have not given this video a thumbs up, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section. I'd like to know where you're watching me from. Just drop that in the comment section and give me a big thumbs up. So after basting everything down, please don't click off because I'm going to show you how to sew it to your shirt. How to take the measurement, how to place it on your shirt and sew it accurately without the pocket shifting. So make sure to continue watching till the end. So this is it after preparing it. You see how neat everything is. Let us also compare it with the what we're recreating. So can you see? It's exactly the same thing. Now I said don't click off. How to sew it to your shirt. So you're going to measure from your shoulder to the length of the pocket 9 inches. From the center of your placket, you measure 2.5 inches. And that is how to place it. You're going to add hemming gum there to hold it down before you sew it. And then you go to your machine and sew it. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to sew the placket. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of the tutorial. You can see the placket is also tedious. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. I'll see you guys soon.